Most people fail at their weight loss attempts because they don't give it this one ingredient, and that is time. You need to give your weight loss journey time. I know, we want to rush it. We want to lose 10 pounds before Christmas. We want to lose 10 kilograms before Christmas, which is like 22 pounds. We want results overnight, and we hear stories of people losing incredible amounts fairly fast, and we want that too. And whilst it is possible, I personally think it's not optimal. Why rush something when you can rather make it sustainable? If you give your weight loss journey time, you don't need to crash diet. You don't need to starve yourself. You just need to work out a healthy body weight that you are wanting to get to. And please, ladies, make sure that the body weight goal you are wanting is healthy. I never, ever, ever promote going too low in body weight. I do believe you need to find your healthy body weight for your height, for your muscle tone and size, for your age. Find the body weight that's healthy for you and you work towards that. So I'm never trying to promote any disordered eating. And I do think that there is a healthy body weight and that there can be a range. And if you listen to the experts, they all say that subcutaneous fat, which means fat underneath the skin, it's not a problem. You can be healthy and have more subcutaneous fat. It is the visceral fat that we really want to watch out for. And of course, when it comes to visceral fat, what really counts is a healthy diet, a bit of exercise, and the latest they talk about is green tea. But these kind of lifestyle changes take time. And losing body fat takes time. Why try and rush it and then you end up losing maybe lean tissue as well, and then you just binge, you fall back off the wagon, you end up back on the emotional cycle of eating, gaining, trying to lose it again, crashing, eating again, binging, feeling miserable. Just calm the whole process down. Realize that wherever you are now is where you're at. It's okay. Don't try and quickly get to your imagined ideal in a short space of time for an event. Rather try and take 6 months to plan your weight loss properly and do it almost scientifically. Do it almost, well, not even almost. You can do it scientifically. Do it with a very calm, rational mind, not emotional. When you get emotional about your weight loss, your weight gain, your eating, your food choices, it's far easier to spin out of control. It's far easier to then just, stuff it, it's not working, and throw in the towel, or stuff it, I'm just going to eat the bad thing because XYZ. And instead of just calming down and saying, hang on, you're faced with your food choices. Let's say you're at a restaurant, okay? What are you going to order? You know what the healthy choice is, but you also have a craving. I get it. It happens to be too. But we can make a rational choice and think about it. If we just pause for a minute and say, if I make the unhealthy food choice and then just weigh up the consequences, sometimes it's right to make the unhealthy food choice because you have dieted for so long, you are feeling deprived, maybe you're experiencing what's called diet fatigue or whatever, or you need to celebrate somebody's birthday and you don't want, and I agree, you don't want to be the arsehole that's not going to eat the cake. So whatever it is, you make the unhealthy choice, but you know what the consequences are. Maybe you adjust for that. Maybe you exercise a bit more. Maybe you eat more protein earlier in the day or later in the day to just make sure you're hitting your protein targets, you get extra fiber in, whatever it is that works for you. But what I'm saying is, again, give yourself time. This is the one thing most people don't do. And I see it over and over again. They want to rush the results. They want the quick fix, the fast diet, the smoothie diet, the green teas, the shakes, the fasting protocol. Nothing wrong with fasting. It can also be a very spiritual journey, but people use it to sort of boost or speed up their weight loss journey, and then they feel like shit, and then they just binge eat. So what I'm saying is find a method that's pretty reasonable, pretty sustainable, and do that and do it. Well, ideally, you want to do this for the rest of your life, because ideally it is about health and not just weight loss. That is where I would like to get all of you ladies to the point, is that yes, you want to lose the weight, but ultimately you want to be healthy. And I do think the two can go hand in hand. I do think that health and a healthy body weight are very much the same thing, but what you think is healthy may not be actually healthy, and where your body weight should be is maybe not where you want it to be. You know, the two are not necessarily the same thing, but they can be. They can be. And so while you're on your weight loss journey, I want you to consider your health. Crashing, binging is not healthy. Cutting your calories too low is not healthy. Eating too many calories is also not healthy. I always prefer the moderate, the middle ground, the slow, steady approach. My favorite saying, it applies to life, but it really applies very well to weight loss, is slow and steady wins the race. And I also think, it's up to you. It depends on your personality. My partner likes to be very strict in the week and then go crazy on the weekends. I think that leads to undoing all the good you did in the week, but different strokes for different folks. He's got this all or nothing mentality, which I think is not conducive to long-term sustainable weight loss. But again, you have to work with your personality. So you have to work with what you are willing to do, obviously, as well. And even in that scenario, if you are more of an all or nothing person and you want to go all hardcore in the week and then have a blowout on the weekend, it's not ideal, but it's fine. But then you need to know that you've got to do that long term too. You can't just do it like that for a while and then just totally throw in the towel, because you will then undo all the good you did by being strict in the week for those few weeks. So again, it comes down to time. On any weight loss journey, make it sustainable, slow and steady. Give yourself time to see what works, time to adjust, time to track, weigh, measure, learn your skills, learn what foods contain what amount of calories, whatever skills you need, whatever learning and knowledge you need. And once you've got that, it really does help you. But again, it all takes time. And if you are resistant to certain things, that's fine. I can't force you to do anything, but I do encourage you to take the time to learn about food tracking apps, to learn about nutrition, to learn about protein, to learn about fiber. And I've got so many helpful videos on this topic. I've got a video that details a sample diet, 1,500 calories, which may or may not be the right amount for you, but it's just a sample, 1,500 calories, where we hit a protein target of 120 grams of protein for the day. I'll show you how it's done. I'll show you what foods you can eat. I also have a video showing you how to work out your calorie needs for the day, also your macros for the day. You don't need to go onto an app or an online calculator. So there's so much knowledge available, but also that takes time. It takes time to educate yourself. It takes time to sift through a lot of the bullshit on the internet. There's a lot of advice that detracts and distracts you from the real, true, valuable things. And I will just give them to you here. Exercise is fantastic for health. Exercise is fantastic for many things. But exercise doesn't automatically lead to weight loss. It can be a helping factor if your calories are in check. So when it comes to weight loss, fat loss as well, it's about the calories. Fat loss has a lot to do with your macronutrients. Are you getting in enough protein? And of course, are you preserving your muscle mass with exercise? That's where exercise is very important. But exercise itself will not lead to weight loss just in and of itself. But again, this all takes time to figure out, especially if you're a beginner, especially if you are new to the weight loss journey, or if you are restarting something and you want to start with accurate knowledge. Some really good guys you can listen to, Dr. Lane Norton, BioLane. I think he's one of the best of the best. There is also Mike Israetel, I don't know how to pronounce his surname, from Renaissance Periodization. He trains athletes. He talks about diet and training. Brilliant. Dr. Gabrielle Lyon is also great. There are many, many good ones. JJ Virgin, pretty good as well. Just take the time to educate yourself. Give yourself a long enough period of time. And even in your mind, prepare and say, I'm going to do this for life. So how am I going to make this sustainable? I really think that is the key. It's the missing ingredient. And I wish you all the success on your weight loss journey. See you in the next one. Bye.